Hey guys, I want to go ahead and go on and speak about sexual reproduction in plants and in animals. And here what I want to do is look at the physical parts. And what I want you to notice is that we're using the same names, whether it's plant or an animal. So the male sex cell in plants is called a sperm, and usually it is here attached to pollen. The female name for the sex cell is also an egg, and we find it here in the carpel. So when that sperm comes down and fertilizes that egg, you're going to get seed. You're going to get a seed. So any kind of seed that's out there, whether it's in an apple or wheat or rice, is because sperm met up with an egg and created that seed. I have the little bee here because I want to remind you that bees are pollinators. That means that they get pollen on them, and then they either pollinate the same plant, or that bee flies away to another plant and takes the pollen from this plant and mixes it with the egg from another plant, and you are able to now create unique individuals, because there are different genes in this egg than there are in this sperm, than there are from this egg, and they create a unique individual. Let's go ahead and look at this.
Welcome to BioBites. In this video, we will see an overview of seed and fruit formation. In human reproduction, egg and sperm fuse during fertilization to produce a diploid zygote. The zygote divides and divides and divides again to produce an embryo. That embryo must be protected and nourished within a mother for about 9 months. Let's imagine instead things happening very differently. Let's say fertilization occurs, then the zygote divides and divides.
And let me stop there and just say a zygote is the first cell when the sperm comes together with an egg. It's called a zygote. It now has all the chromosomes, half from dad, half from mom, put it all together, and you have the whole organism of whatever that organism is.
Divides, but instead of being nourished and protected by a mother for 9 months, say instead the embryo is put to sleep, packed to lunch, packed in a protected shell, and then transported away from the mother. This is essentially what happens in sexual reproduction in flowering plants, also known as angiosperms. Pollen nuclei travel down into the ovary where they fertilize an egg and polar nuclei, resulting in growth of the embryo and endosperm, also known as the lunchbox. The embryo stops growing. You could say it was put to sleep. Then layers of the ovary develop into fruit. Fruit helps transport the seed. Simple fruit result when each fruit has one ovary. The result is one fruit per flower, like peaches. Aggregated fruit occur when a flower has multiple ovaries, producing little fruitlets, as in raspberries. Multiple fruits form when multiple flowers produce fruits that fuse. This is seen in pineapples.
Alrighty, so just a little overview of that. Back to our notes. And in animals, it's again very similar. The names are the same. The male sperm cell meets up with the female egg. They produce a zygote, and then that zygote starts adding, and that just means it starts multiplying and making more and more cells. You get an embryo, and eventually that embryo keeps growing until you get a baby giraffe or zebra or lizard or any other animal out there. I just wanted you to see that the names that I'll use are the same whether it is plant or animal. They're male a sex cell, female sex cell, in both plants and animals. And at the end, they both create the same thing. This may create a seed and this creates a baby, but at the end, what they have in common is that they are totally unique. They are not clones of their parents. That's all I have for now.